Welcome to another video on the zombie apocalypse vehicle, or really just the apocalypse vehicle. It'll do for any apocalypse, I think. So I'm just gonna do a quick walk around. I'm currently camping. I'm just out for a quick overnighter. I was doing something on the mountains anyway, so I figured I'd just kind of stay out here the night. It's kind of a little more peaceful, even on the weekend. But well, let's start with the rack. What I've done up here is this Baja rack is great. You can see how I kind of lash things down. I just use these. I think they're maybe 11 or 10 inch. Just these rubber straps. They're cheap. Got like 12 of them on Amazon, and they do great for like holding down these flat things up here. So actually, usually when I'm camping, I like put my extra chair up here. I got a few extra things going on, but like I said, this is just a little quickie, so I didn't really bring anything on this trip. But I use these guys here occasionally for putting up a tarp. Like here, I mean, there's plenty of trees and everything, but sometimes I'll attach like the tarp to one side of this, and then maybe there's no trees convenient, and I can put these guys up and guy them out, and then I got a pretty nice setup. And I didn't have to spend big money on one of those tarps that attach to your roof rack, and it's a lot more versatile. And then you see I got this sort of spider web of elastic, which is pretty cool. It's pre-attached and it's kind of up off the top, so it's super easy for me just to like slide things in. If it's small, and it'll fit under, through here. Or if it's something bigger, it's already kind of, it's kind of already in place, and maybe I can undo a side or something and get a bigger box or something under there. It works good. I mean, it's not going to last forever, considering that it's exposed to the sunlight, every day basically. But I do park I got a garage, and at work now I've got a parking garage, so that really means it's going to be, not exposed all that often, but it will need some replacing. I think I've had it for 8 months or so, maybe now. So I'm just kind of planning on replacing it. It was like 20 bucks, 20, 30 bucks. Replace it occasionally. So coming down from there, well, actually first, here I got an off-roading antenna. Just because, you're on some of these narrow trails here, especially in Colorado, and bushes or trees will just grab that standard size antenna and whip it around. I kind of didn't like that. Plus all that back and forth, swaying back and forth, it would always loosen it up, so I was afraid I was going to lose it. So I got this short stubby one. It works great. As far as I can tell, the radio reception was just as good, but and satellite radio doesn't use that, and that's what I use 95% of the time anyway if I'm not listening to an audiobook. So I do recommend it. It's nice. And up front, another thing I added in here was this guy. Their opinions are divided upon whether this really stops stones from hitting the windshield, but I'll say that when I first got this guy, look how vertical that windshield is. When I first got this, just even like, I got it on a Friday, and even just that weekend, I was just hit by a lot of stones just driving on the highway. Really a remarkably surprising amount of stones. And so I got this like right away and just crossed my fingers. Now I don't know if there was something weird about that weekend, but it dramatically decreased the number of stone strikes on the windshield. So like I said, I don't know if maybe there was just something bad luck about that weekend, but hey, it sort of seems to work. What else we got going on there? You can see my dash cam, which is pretty cool, both for making videos of any off-roading that I might be doing, and really I got it in case of an accident or something like that. What else we got here? Obviously that wasn't factory. I stuck that on. Over there we got the this isn't a Don't Tread on Me edition, FJ. So I did add that. I think it's pretty cool. It actually looks like it might be factory. Then over here, one thing kind of weird about this FJ is the previous owner put like this coating on the roof for an unknown reason. No idea. Maybe with the stock factory rack, maybe they were hauling stuff up there and they wanted the extra protection. I don't know. Maybe there was hail damage and they just put this on top. I don't know what it was. But there's that. What else? I got my ham radio antenna until I figured out a little bit better thing. It's just one of those mag mounts. I have it laying down now. Because like I said, I keep it in the garage. So in the back here, just got a few things that are handy. Emergency range ponchos, one for me, and if I have a passenger. I got these guys here, you know, go over your boots or your shoes for walking on ice. Obviously, umbrella. And then down here, this little guy is Traction Magic. You can sprinkle it on ice and give yourself a little more traction. It's like, I don't know, like rock chips or something. So in the back, like I said, I'm kind of camping, so I don't necessarily always have this stuff back here. But this I do carry. It's in a level 4 steel plate in an emergency plate carrier. So that's handy. And what do we got? Got that little bag over there. Just has a million candle power spotlight that plugs in over there. Over here we got, yeah, I got a couple, I don't know if it looks like just one set of gloves and a captured brass from shooting. I got spare mags for the 2 guns that I pretty much exclusively carry. Over here we got, like I mentioned in my earlier video of the cockpit, but you couldn't really see anything there, so these are just Velcro attached, and it's a professional size pepper spray. Got a streamlight, got a it's a little bulky to carry, but it's great for this. But this is a Kershaw, I forget the model, it's some sort of rescue model. Doesn't say really, but pretty nice little knife. Obviously you can tell I really haven't used it, but it does have a glass breaker. Then it has a carabiner, which I don't really need in that application. And on this side you've got your seatbelt cutter or clothes cutter, little hex and a bottle opener there. So it's kind of a nice device and didn't break the bank. Yeah, right there. What else? GPS. Here's a remote mic for my ham radio. My Kindle for my audiobooks and miscellaneous. Obviously laser radar detector. This guy here, if you're not familiar with the FJ, pretty much comes with every FJ, I think, maybe except for the 2-wheel drive model. Compass, clock, and then, or I'm sorry, clock is here. This is temperature, and then a inclinometer. So kind of, you know, I guess you know when you're going to tip over. Here's another look at this kind of cool strappy visor. What else do I got? Bunch of junk in here, miscellaneous stuff, bug spray, sunscreen. I got some Ear Pro. This needs to be reorganized. I gotta do something else with that. And, oh my god, I was doing some eating in here earlier. Crap's everywhere. What else do we got? Might be it. Oh, so here's another look at that sun jack. Like I said, that other video, this is it's USB powered, so it's plugged into this guy. I do plan on moving all these cords out of the way and putting them in the fuse box, like I've done this one right there, and cinching everything up so it's nice and tidy. But that sun jack, AAA and AA battery recharger has proven a really good thing to have. And then I got a couple other spare cases over there for any passengers' junk. I do normally carry a couple, this headlamp and an extra hat or 2 in here. We got going around the back, we'll see some cool stuff. So this is how I'm set up right now. I don't normally have all this stuff back here. Like I said, it's just kind of, I'm overnighting. So this isn't normally here. I don't normally carry this guy. I don't normally have this, but everything else in here. And I don't have a cooler. I'm just carrying this today. But yeah, so this is kind of like emergency type stuff. I got a very comprehensive first aid kit in here, along with things like fix a flat and some like emergency type things, road flares, all kinds of stuff in here. This guy here is kind of like more of I got some stuff that I got in a backpack, like from after my cert class. It's kind of junky stuff, to be honest. I should probably replace it with better, but other than that, I got there's rations in here. I got like lifeboat rations. I got I think I got some I'm sure I got some MREs in there. I got extra water. There's water filters, probably in this one. Some other miscellaneous, like stuff if I got stranded or something in the backcountry and had to wait a while. I'll probably do a separate video on these guys. Obviously, I carry gas back here. I really should. I should probably put that on the roof rack in a dedicated container. And then this guy here to recharge batteries and inflate tires. But actually, I can recharge stuff with it too. It's got a USB connector there, and I think it can run. Yeah, it's 12-volt power for anything that takes that. Actually, I think I normally carry this back there. So what else I got for traction in snow and like sand or whatever? I got these bad boys here that you stick under the tires, and let's see. Here's an axe, not quite a full-size axe, but it's pretty decent. I got a tomahawk. Got a full-size, 36-inch saw here. I got a 36-inch crowbar here. I think that's it. Usually I carry that. I think that little stool that's behind me, I carry it back there too, because it'll fit. And that's, there's a few more things over here. So this is like a down quilt. I got some targets I got to take out of the car. I think this guy's normally here if I got to do some kneeling or crawling around outside. These guys also for traction. They slip over the wheels basically, so you can drive with them if you're driving slow enough. Let's see. So what's this? Oh, this is like a full rain suit. I think that's pretty much everything that's back there, tucked away. And this is my dinner. That's it. Yeah, that's it. So when I'm camping, I slide this guy in, which actually needs to be reorganized. Because not everything in there is really stuff I necessarily use for camping. I just kind of threw it in there to get it out of the way. And then there's this guy from Tailgaters, which is pretty cool. It just wraps up, and I'll just throw those two things in here, and I'm pretty well covered for carb camping. You can see I got some utensils, got a knife, and there's like a ladle set. Miscellaneous. Looks like I got some bottle openers, some can openers, fire starting. Here's like some scissors and something else back there. Got some lights, battery operated, with a spare battery. Obviously my insect repellent, head net, sunscreen, some wipes, a ShamWow, some cardboard plates, garbage bags, plastic bags, and then down here some cooking stuff. If for whatever reason I don't want to, if for some reason I'm not like just cooking with my own skewers or something, I don't have to like make them. I can just whip those guys out. I haven't actually used it yet, and if there's a lot of flies, Got my food tents, which is kind of nice. I hate having to guard food from flies. That is annoying as hell. Let's see. Yeah, this little guy I don't normally have. Like I said, I think it's... forget how much water that holds. But it's pretty convenient for just an overnighter. And... oh, also for camping, I'll generally throw this in here. Just a little $20 roll-up table. It's kind of convenient. Yeah, but that's my car camping setup, which is added to my normal vehicle setup. So in general, even without like this stuff, you know, really I can operate out of those for camping if I wanted. You know, I can sleep. I got sleeping stuff. I got food, water. I got filters. I'm pretty well set up. I could just live out of those for who knows how long. At least an extended weekend, if not longer. Yep, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, let me know what you think.